The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now, a video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Great Maniacs cover! It's time for another one of my blogs. Yes, it is I, the Grey Man, once again, going through box 17. I'm going to Lisa's today, going to my girlfriend's today, for Huggly Wuggly Woo Woos. I'm just going to show you my Savage She-Hulk before I go to my girlfriend. Position of my hand there, looks a bit rude. Anyway, let's not go there. Yes, it's the sexy savage She-Hulk. She's sexy and she's savage. Though it doesn't say sexy on the cover, but she is. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. I say, she's got legs that goes on for hours. And she's green. How peculiar, but kind of alluring at the same time. Wow. Strong. Disaster strikes as the She-Hulk fights to prevent a tragedy. She's kind of created a tragedy there. So like practically everyone on that bus has got some kind of damage from her stopping it so suddenly. Oh dear. Never mind. These things happen. Oops. She's got kapowed through a window off a balcony. It won't hurt her too badly because she's too strong. Strong and invulnerable. She's the cousin of the Hulk. She got a blood transfusion from Bruce Banner, the Hulk. And, yeah, it kind of made it go green and super strong. Yeah. Sheriff Walters faces the She-Hulk in a fight to the death, unaware that she's his own daughter. My father, my foe. Yeah, you've got to have some angst and some trepidation and some, yeah, that kind of thing. So she doesn't want to fight her dad, obviously. Even though, but then she has her anger, which makes it hard for her to control her temper a little bit. But he thinks that she's killed somebody. So, Crawler in the Caverns of Doom. It's a giant worm. It's a giant robot worm that burrows under the earth by the looks of it. She's got very long hair in this one. So she's got longer hair as She-Hulk than she has as Jennifer Walters. And here you can see she's about to fight Iron Man. You can see her reflected in his face mask. Number 7, She-Hulk. Swamp Demons. I know it's not DC, it's Marvel, so there's, I don't know, I just thought there'd be more speaking on the cover, but maybe Marvel got rid of that in their comic books before DC did. So they're nice covers. Nice action covers, but I like a little bit of exposition. And there's a pretty cool one. This is quite interesting because you know she's massive. She's about 7 foot tall, isn't she? She-Hulk. For some reason they've made Man Thing. Yeah, I've got sentences going through my head about the sexy She-Hulk being overpowered by a giant Man Thing. But I'm not going to say them. Right. So I can't fight her anymore. The She-Hulk is taking over. So then this, you see the size isn't that much difference. I suppose this first cover, that is not meant to be to scale, is it? Because she's not that much taller than Jennifer. It's just, yeah, symbolic or something of her power over, I don't know. But this is probably more like in the size difference. the She-Hulk is taking over. I like the way she's looking. She-Hulk's eyes are sort of looking at her, sort of askance to the side kind of thing. Give up, She-Hulk. You cannot defeat the followers of the Word. I mean, the Word has got like a powerful voice that he can convince people of stuff, and he could sort of convince his daughter all through her life that she was super strong and all that. So she actually is super strong because of his Word has made her. She's quite a cool villain. She was. I don't think she got used much. I think the Word had a couple of reappearances, but I don't think his daughter ever came back again. But maybe she did. I thought she was quite cool. Quite a good tough girl, tough woman. You won't need those guns. The She-Hulk is dying. See, she's a whole lot of woman. Look how big she is. She's a whole lot of She-Hulk. She's a whole lot of Shulky, as they call her, Shulky. And that fella there was a boyfriend. At least, I think she was. I think she might be his boyfriend as She-Hulk, as well as Jennifer. I can't remember now, or whether there were two different people. Whether she was She-Hulk's. Yeah. Just for a moment, Jennifer Walker had a boyfriend or a love interest, and She-Hulk had a different love interest. I'm not too sure now. I can't remember for sure. Double Jeopardy with Gemini. Cover by Milgram and Palmer. I've just woken up, so anything I say is not of the highest caliber of English or brain. From another world they came, warriors of the Shadow Cloak, guest starring the monstrous Man-Wolf. I don't know how the chances that very high, to be honest. This guy's got no hands. This guy's got a little sword, but She-Hulk's just gonna. She could probably take them both out of one clothesline, I would reckon. Guest starring Hellcat and the Man-Wolf. Peril on a subatomic planet. It's a rather a trippy cover. The Savage She-Hulk. Lady kills the blues. That was a weird story. So this woman's a singer. She thinks that she's being not appreciated, and people are deliberately putting her down and not accepting her talent, and but she's actually horrible. Apparently, she's a horrible singer. She doesn't even realise it. I can't remember if she gets superpowers that makes a horrible voice even a sonic weapon. I can't remember what happens in it now, but yeah, it was odd. I think she's deluded rather than evil, but yeah, she's convinced. It's like me, convinced I've got a wonderful singing voice. Just listen to my jingles. The most off-the-wall adventure in a Marvel mag this month. Look out, the She-Hulk is trying to kill us. That scene doesn't happen, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember anyone saying, look out, the She-Hulk's trying to kill us. I remember it's something to do with... Yeah, this was kind of like... I mentioned this before, because it wasn't that long ago that I showed these, actually. And I was talking about the 5K masks that were being destroyed by people who thought it was causing corona. Well, this is a story. This tower that I can't remember what it's, a radio tower or what. Oh, it's obviously not a mobile phone tower, but it's some kind of tower that they believe is causing cancer in the people in the block. So this guy is trying to destroy it, and in the end, She-Hulk destroys it for him after initially stopping him. Yeah, and I'm not too sure on the science of that. I'm sure there has been some scientific. Proper science, not pseudo made up rubbish science by cuckoo people, but some proper science showing a correlation between, like, pylons, for example. Living near pylons, you've got a slightly more chance of picking up, like, leukemia or something. I'm sure I remember. I mean, but whatever. I'm not gonna source this or look up information for this video. I'm just going from that thing inside my head, that pathetic thing. But yeah, I'm not too sure if it will turn out to be a load of made up rubbish, or whether it actually was any grain of truth in the fact that living near these things can be problematic. But I don't know. Whatever. Don't even know why I bothered talking about it, since I don't really know. This is a good one though. I like this one. It's fighting the Elephant Man. I don't think it was called the Elephant Man though. A man elephant. Make way for the man elephant. Basically, he was like an explorer, inventor, industrialist, and he invented a super suit, hydraulic super suit that he wanted to use for various things that needed to be super strong, but he wanted to test it out against the She-Hulk, who was believed to be a criminal. But I think she just got pardoned or something, but he was like, or she just got discovered that she wasn't a criminal, but he was like, no, I want to test my suit anyway, I'm gonna, so I think he ends up attacking her. She ends up overcoming him. I mean, it's a silly, I don't know, I don't think it's a particularly silly costume, man elephant, or particularly silly name. I think that's a good name for a blinking a supervillain. I mean, you got Spider-Man. How is that not silly? How is Man Elephant silly when Spider-Man isn't silly? It's like an elephant is already like the strongest creature that there is on our Earth in its element. I don't know if whales are stronger on the sea. Maybe they are, but yeah. There should be more elephant-based characters. Like the blue beetle. It's not exactly a strong... Why are insects cool, but thinking the biggest man... The rhino, see, the rhino... There should be more rhino characters as well. But yeah, maybe they can only have one per company. Although I can't even think if DC have got a rhino-like character. I don't think they have. What an oversight. Anyway... Man elephant! He gets my thumbs up. Right, in the grip of the grappler. Bondage! If it's good enough for Wonder Woman, it's good enough for Shulky. That's what Marvel decided. They were like, well, how can we have a full-on bondage issue? We'll get a character called the Grappler, whose whole stick is entangling women. No, I've just made that bit up. It wasn't his whole stick, but in that particular issue it was. I wonder if that was deliberate on Marvel's part. Double trouble for the She-Hulk. Don't miss designer jeans. And that's jeans, Genes. Gen. Yeah, that's right. Not jeans as in what you wear on your legs. What Americans would call pants, denim pants, but what we in England, UK, call trousers. Trousers. Pants are what you wear underneath your trousers to hide your other bits and keep them from chafing. When the She-Hulk says stop, you stop. When people tell me to stop, I just carry on going. It's like, stop, Graham, stop. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to carry on talking nonsense for at least another 5 minutes. Nobody escapes the Seeker. It's the Seeker. He's not very good, is he? Can't be very good at children's parties. Let's play hide and seek. No, the Seeker's here. He always wins. Oh. What they should do, they should make him hide. And don't give him a chance to do the seeking part of the game. And yeah, that would be daft. The She-Hulk battered by the vicious vibratory vortex of Radius. If only his name began with a V. The vicious vibratory vortex of Vadius. No, Vadius is a silly name. Radius isn't that brilliant a name for a supervillain either, to be honest. But he has interesting powers. Interesting, vicious, I can't say it again. Mouth no longer working. The Savage She-Hulk. The She-Hulk War. Talking of pants, I do hope she was wearing pants underneath that torn dress of hers. I'm sure she would have been. The savage She-Hulk, the day the earth screamed. This is all these villains were sent after her by this one villain, and she basically was, you know, he was trying to kill her or whatever, capture her. I can't remember what. And eventually, she catches up with him, and where he was living. He's somehow had the ability to make the land come alive, kind of thing. With some strange science that he had engaged in. But She-Hulk obviously wins the day. The Savage She-Hulk, the end of the She-Hulk. Yeah. That's the behind of the She-Hulk, and this is the end of the She-Hulk. She wanders off into the distance. Yeah. But she comes back with a sensational She-Hulk run a little while later. But oh, it was a double-sized grand finale. Oh, just noticed. Look at in the little box in the corner. She's crying. She's got a little tear coming out the corner of her eye because it's the last issue. Oh, Marvel, how could you do that to poor Shulky? Oh, I'm upset now. Let's have actually got another comic later on. I think she's romancing 4 now. I remember seeing some article saying that she and 4 are an item. What happened to the Lady Sif? The fair Lady Sif? I thought that was a relationship that would last forever. But yeah, these things happen, I suppose. I'm going to see my fair Lady Lisa very, very soon. So I'm going to stop rambling. And yeah, see you later, alligators. And in a while, crocodile. Yeah. Bye. Les Bigley channel. Have I got Les Bigley channel to shout out? Let's shout out Tapia again. Tapia's Family Unlimited Comics, or Unlimited Family, or Unlimited Tapias. I can't remember what it was. But I just watched one of his videos. And yeah, he still needs some more people to sub him up. So there might be some people who haven't subbed him yet who watched this video. In which case, go and sub him. And yeah, until next time, have a great, amazing day. And may all your news be good news.
Now for an important public service announcement. Health myths debunked. It's a good thing that nail you stepped on was a new one. You don't have to see a doctor, Dick. Only a rusty nail is dangerous. Wrong, young man. Let me take a look at that. Any puncture wound should be taken care of. As long as the thing that caused the wound touched dirt, it could carry dangerous invisible germs, like tetanus. It doesn't have to be a rusty object. That's only one of the many myths about health that should be exposed. Many people think that a good way to treat frostbite is to rub the frozen part with snow. False! Gradual warming is needed, but rubbing with snow or anything else would only damage more tissue. Or that a piece of raw meat should be used to treat a black eye. False! A cold compress may make it feel better, can help reduce swelling at first, but a piece of meat won't affect swelling or discoloration. Or that cutting or shaving a person's hair more often makes it grow faster. False! The rate of growth of hair is determined by the hair roots or follicles beneath the skin, by heredity and general health. Gosh, Doc, I'll bet I'm doing the wrong thing trying to cure a cold with a hard workout and then a hot bath. Yes, Dick, rest is usually more useful than exercise to help the body fight a cold, even though sometimes you might feel a little bit better after sweating it out. It could make you feel worse. Don't rely on unscientific myths, learn the right habits and stay healthy. Published as a public service in cooperation with the National Social Welfare Assembly, coordinating organisation for national health, welfare and recreation agencies of the US. Tapia's Comics, go and sub him today. It's Tapioca, not Tapioca, Tapia Unlimited Family Comics or something like that. I can't remember the links in the corner though. Go and sub him today. Yeah.